I'm Tim and welcome to Gameplay Casts. In this video I'm going to discuss 5 simple fixes that I believe would rapidly restore Disney to profitability. The joke being that they will never implement them. Welcome to 5 instant fixes Disney will never do. I get that America has a very clear red-blue divide at the moment, but a private company, even one as big as Disney, isn't ever going to profit from fighting with the state, especially over something as legally weak as they're attempting. First, they need to drop the ridiculous federal victimization case against Ron DeSantis, and then Bob Iger needs to go and make a deal with the special district to get them to drop their state lawsuit against Disney. A lawsuit that, in all likelihood, they will lose, and lose badly. Legal battles are horrifically expensive, especially at this level, and I don't think the odds are in Disney's favour. Equally, it might be distracting the media, but it's also distracting people inside the company. They need everyone on board to focus on generating guaranteed profits only. A high-risk legal battle is not it. What's the saying? Pride comes before the fall? Another pride-based dilemma for Disney is D+. Look, sometimes you need to know when to cut your losses. D+ is a loss. A titanic, multi-billion-dollar loss on pretty much every front. Content for content's sake doesn't work, and the world's most expensive streaming platform to host it on doesn't work either. If Disney canned this lame duck now and licensed out their classic films and IPs like Marvel before Phase 4 and the non-Disney made Star Wars stuff, they would remove a huge loss and replace it with instant profits. Seems like common sense to me. This one will require some investment, definitely a few $1,000,000, but since I'm not paying ridiculous legal fees and making money from my classic IPs, I can now afford it. So I'd close Galaxy's Edge with immediate effect. I'd get the old plans out, you know, the ones based on the original trilogy, the one that people like, and after a quick spruce up, I'd create an original trilogy park. No Reylo, no Poe, or Finn, or whoever. I'd have the main man, Vader.
Impressive. Most impressive.
Along with Han, Luke, and Leia. If you've seen my other video on Star Wars, you'll know that I think it's dead. And it still is. But trust me when I say, an original Star Wars park, done right, would bring in the crowds. Even now. Nostalgia never dies.
It is your destiny.
The first one is kind of funny, as this has essentially been done for them.
You serious?
The Writers and Actors Guild strikes have, at least for the last 100+ days, pretty much stopped the vast majority of productions. Though if I was Disney, I'd stay in this position while I performed a full review of all content creation processes, inside Disney and its subsidiaries. This includes an indefinite pause on active projects too, pending full review. We all know what movie I'm talking about here, or movies rather. Here I will be focusing on the budgetary control, the efficiency of the overall creation process, and their hiring practices, particularly the hiring practices relating to directors. The cost to quality ratio across the entire Disney empire isn't right. You can get away with it when films are making $1 billion, but now that they aren't, they need to tighten their belts and hire filmmakers who know what they are doing. Linked to this last point, the head of Pixar needs to be fired. I don't even know who they are and I can't be asked looking it up. Just fire them. The Lightyear movie is cause enough. Kevin Feige needs to go bye-bye too. This guy is absolutely useless. Let's look at simple logic. He was given full creative control in 2019 after Endgame was already as good as done and dusted. And let's be honest here, everyone knows Infinity War was a far better movie. Take the Cap grabbing the hammer fight scene out, and Endgame was hot garbage. Anyway, I digress. But let's look at what Feige has done since 2019 when he was given full control. Phase 4. A total and utter shit show. 2 hits out of 7 movies, one of which wasn't even made by Marvel. Fire this man. You have cause. And the last snake in the grass, Kathleen Kennedy. This woman seems to be absolutely indestructible.
Captain Scarlet is indestructible.
But she is fully responsible for the death of Star Wars, and I don't care if you pay her to play golf all day, get her away from Star Wars. Last up, and most difficult for Disney to grasp, abandoning all forms of politics. Weirdly enough, most parents don't seem to like it when you attempt to replace wholesome entertainment, full of virtues and life lessons, with morally questionable and divisive politics. Whatever your thoughts and opinions are on this are, at this point, irrelevant. Disney is not making money. you will lose your job and livelihood. Implement a political neutrality policy, welcome all people from all backgrounds, orientations and religions as long as they make content that sells. This stuff isn't selling. Go back to the proven formulas and the tried and tested methods of the past. Or don't. But one thing is true about all trends, they die. If you don't want your company to die, then you need to abandon this trend. If your BlackRock investors will let you, that is. Well, you made the deal with the devil, so now you're gonna have to burn for it. Sorry, Disney.
I mean, whatever you do, Brother Fox, whatever you do, please, Brother Fox, please don't bring me in that Briar Patch. Briar Patch?
Oh, and I just wanted to throw this out there for full controversy. I think re-releasing the Songs of the South as a limited time collector's edition would make some serious money. I don't agree that the past should be censored in any way. It's a kid's cartoon, it in no way makes light of or encourages slavery or racism, it was just a product of its time. Oh well, nothing I've said really matters, as we all know Disney aren't going to implement any of my common sense fixes. So let the stock price hit the floor, and the fires of pride and ignorance consume the once great Walt Disney Company. Ironic that this has all come to a head in its 100th year, and there's still 2 monumental blockbuster bombs looming on the horizon. I've been Tim from Gameplaycast, you've been awesome, and all that's left for me to say is peace out, and thanks for watching.